Yo, what's going on, everyone? We are back at it with another Price Picks video, man. And we went ahead and crushed it in tonight's college football games. We went ahead and gave y'all a four-man play on last night's or this morning's YouTube play. We took Syracuse and Syracuse with Trevor Pena and Cal McCord to go over their passing and receiving projections, and we went ahead and combined that with Pat Bryant and Luke Altmaier, man. All four of those cash for a 10x payout. It is hard to get a correlated 10x payout nowadays, and we figured out a way to go ahead and do it by matching the passing and receiving on one team with the passing and longest reception on another, right? Now they're both, it's not. Sometimes maybe the longest reception will cash. Sometimes the receiving yards will cash. But, if we could get a 10x payout nowadays on Prize Picks with correlation, that is badass. And that's what we went ahead and did tonight. So if you went ahead and tail that, congratulations, man. That was a solid 10x win that we got on there. And on the VIP, let me go ahead and show y'all. Let me go to the open lineups. On the VIP, we went ahead and took some plays with the Nebraska versus Illinois game. We took Dylan Raiola and Isaiah Nair to go over their passing and receiving projections, and went ahead and combined that with Eric Singleton and Haynes King from Georgia Tech going up against Louisville tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. We're taking Haynes King and Eric Singleton over passing and receiving projections. We went ahead and cashed. We went ahead and cashed half of that with Rayola and Isaiah. So let's go ahead, man. For those of you on the VIP and those of you that locked in that play, I'm excited for it. I think that's one that's going to be one that's going to cash. And now I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all another two players that we could go ahead and combine with Haynes King and Eric Singleton. All right, so let's get to it. Let's go ahead. Let's give y'all those plays. But in honor of winning today's 10x play, man, we're gonna go ahead and hook y'all up with a discount. Now we're only giving this to a few people, so make sure you go ahead and watch this video and lock it in, right? So if you want all my college football Saturday picks for tomorrow or today, now I guess it's midnight here now, I am giving away 50% off my Saturday pass by using code Pena or Pena. I don't know. Pena, there's no accent, so I think it's Pena. But don't matter how you say his name, man. 50% off, Pena, right? When you use code Pena at $75, is going to bring it down to 30 something and some change, right? I think so. There's only 10 of those available, so make sure you go ahead and lock it in. 50% off the discount there. And then if you want to go ahead and take advantage of the month pass, right, for half off, you could go ahead and do that as well. The cool thing about the month pass is that it will give you all my college football plays and all my NFL plays Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for an entire 30 days, right? It's not until September ends, right? Don't wake me up when September, wake me up when September ends, whatever. Right? So you get the full 30 days, man. So go ahead. There's only 5 people that can go ahead and get that code. So make sure you go ahead and be one of those 5, man. Use code Pena, and it's going to go ahead and knock 50% off of this. 50% off of 150 is about $75. So for the price of what the week usually costs, you get the entire month. So that's a pretty badass discount. And then same with this. So 75% off using code Jefferson is still live, right, and available for only 5 people. That will bring your cost for the entire season for NFL and college football to about 300 and some change, man. So go ahead, lock it in. 110x play will go ahead and pay off these easily, man. So we're gonna go ahead, right? So 10 available for the Saturday pass, 5 available for the month pass in terms of the discount, and 5 available for the NFL and college football full season, right? So we're gonna go on over. We're gonna go ahead and make the play for y'all today, right? So if you're already on the VIP and you want to go ahead and double down on this college football play, right, with Haynes King, right? I'm assuming you already did it if you're on the VIP. You can double down. You don't have to, right? I'm gonna send out a ton of plays. I'm looking to send out between 5 to 10x plays tomorrow. So maybe 8.5 sprinkled here and there, right? But 5 to 10 10x plays tomorrow. So you don't have to double down on it. But if you want to, you can, right? I'm just going to go ahead and double down on it myself, because I want to go ahead and give it out to the YouTube audience here, right? Give it out for free so that we could go ahead and cash this shit together. And we're all watching this Georgia Tech game closely and looking for Haynes King to go ahead and cash this out tomorrow. Over 217.5 passing yards, man. Look at this. He got this, and putting up at least 275 or 260 plus passing yards in the last 3 games, right? The only time he didn't do that was week 0 against FSU, right? It's week 0. Teams are getting used to each other, right? But Haynes King over 217.5 passing yards, and then we're going to go ahead and combine that. So you could choose Eric Singleton or Malik Rutherford in this case. I'm personally going to go ahead and go with Eric Singleton, and I really wanted to take Eric's longest yard, but it wasn't. Prizepicks isn't making that available, so, or longest catch. But we're gonna go ahead and take his over 48.5 receiving yards, and look what he's been doing in the past 2 games. He barely missed this on August 31st by 6 yards. So let's go ahead. Let's take Eric Singleton over that 48.5 receiving yards, combined with Haynes King over 217.5 passing yards. This game against Louisville should be fun, man. Georgia Tech is obviously the dogs in this game. But the cool thing about this one is that it is a stoked offensive line, right? Pretty badass offensive line that has been keeping Haynes King clean. They haven't allowed a single sack on Haynes King throughout the entire season, right? Throughout the 4 games that they played, boom, goose egg, right? 0 sacks on Haynes King, which is pretty cool, right? And then on the flip side, Louisville, I believe they ranked, top 2 in sacks that they get per game. They're averaging at least 4.5 sacks per game, which is pretty insane. So let's see who gets it done tomorrow. Is it going to be that O-line keeping Georgia Tech Haynes King clean, or is that Louisville front 7 is going to come in, rush him, make him uncomfortable, and will that be the difference maker in that game? Regardless, I still think Haynes King and Eric Singleton are going to have themselves a day, whether they win or lose, right? I expect Georgia Tech to be down in this game for the most part. If they win, that's nuts, right? They'll take down another big school. So, but let's go ahead. Let's look for them to go ahead and cash that over. We're going to go over to another fun game. We're going to go ahead and look at that Washington versus Northwestern game. We're going to take Will Rogers out of Washington to go over his passing yards here. And you can see here, right? He got 314 against, I think that was Washington State. So over 269.5 passing yards there. And it should be a fun game, man. This is a game where I could see Washington putting up 30 plus points, right? I could literally see them putting up 30 plus points. They have a good defense. But they love running the ball as well. So even though they're up by a lot, it could be a game where Northwestern only scores a touchdown. But I think this is one of those games where Washington is going to put their stamp on it and show that, they're around to stay. They're big dogs in this league. So we're going to take Will Rogers over 269.5 passing yards. Combine that with Giles Jackson over his longest catch, right? So Giles Jackson for the season, his longest reception is I think I saw it was 45 yards, right? 45 yards, longest catch for Giles Jackson. Now, how many times has he hit this compared to his receiving yards projection? It's really 50-50. In 4 games, was it? Yeah, I think it's 3 games. Is it 3? Yeah, in 3 games, he's hit the over receiving yards projection twice, right? And he's also hit the longest yard reception twice. So it's kind of a 50-50 here. And if we're going to go ahead and play with 50-50 odds, I'd rather go ahead and get a 10x payout, which is, I was really struggling on choosing between 76.5 receiving yards or 28.5 longest reception, right? Because he's cashed the receiving yards twice in 3 games, and he's cashed the longest reception twice in 3 games. So because it is a 50-50 thing, right, I am going to go ahead and go with the bigger payout, and I'm going to go ahead and take his longest reception, right? So go ahead, lock in Haynes King, Eric Singleton, Will Rogers, and Giles Jackson to go over and their passing and receiving projections, as well as his longest reception projection. I'm going to go ahead and put $10 to go ahead and win another $100 on that one. All right, everyone, make sure you go ahead and lock it in. If you're not on the VIP, make sure you go ahead and get on the VIP before those things sell out, because they will sell out, and that's why I only put a few of them out there. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the VIP.